Hi guys, well girls in this case. Today I'm going to show you that you don't have to be a damsel in distress. I have 3 girls and there are 5 of us in this house and we ain't gotta go catch no dude. Sorry guys, to get things done. Today we're looking at a Toyota Camry that my daughter just bought, and we are going to change the oil all by ourselves. If you can come in here, and this is a 93, there is the oil filter right here. This will turn off by hand, or you can go get some of these things. There were $10 at the AutoZone. And this, just simply grab a hold of the filter and we're going to start turning, and as you can see it's going to start coming off. But before we take it all the way off, we're going to get on the ground. Now, don't get your money in the gutter. That's for later, after a beer. I went and I purchased this because I don't like laying on the ground. Actually, I should have worn some gloves because my manicure is a little bleh. So, but you could put some rubber gloves on. Go there, no proctology here. Alright, cameraman or girl, you need to get on your knees. If we may, I can show you. This is a tight squeeze. This under here, there's the tire, and just up here, that nut right there. We are going to take a ratchet. We need a ratchet, please. Oh, shoot. This here is a ratchet, and it's a number 14. We can have fun changing our oil. Alright. What we're going to do... Oh, we need the oil pan! Before I unscrew this... it's pretty loose. Let me climb out from under here for real quick. Show this folk. I seen this thing in the store and I thought, well, gee, the oil's going to go down here. This is not the case. Do not put it in here because there's no opening to this. This merely comes out, and you take this cap off, and you take this dish bowl looking thing, and you screw it on. So the oil goes inside the container versus just fills up this, because there's more oil than this than would fit. So then we can take this off and put the lid on, and then we can take it to our dispensary. So we are going to slide this underneath the nut that I just showed you, so that the oil collects into this and then it goes inside. Pardon my dog's panting. Brittany, you should get your head out of the gutter. Alright. So we're back underneath. We're going to be back underneath here. And when I release this, I can get my arms moved under here. When I can it comes off pretty easy, but it's still not a hand for a girl. Maybe a dude, absolutely. And it's going to come gushing out of here, so the gloves would help to not get it on your beautiful manicure. Make sure this is underneath here, and it's going to kind of shoot out, so. And it's going to probably get all over me, but not too much. And see, now it's pouring into the pan. So then we're going to go back up top while that drains. And we're going to proceed on taking the oil filter off. which I pretty much loosened, and now it's we're able to take it off the hand by hand. And if you loosen the oil cap, which you're going to have to take off anyways, to fill the oil back up, it'll allow the air pressure to allow the oil to flow through there a little quicker. This is probably going to have a little bit of oil spillage when you pull it out. It's kind of in a bad spot. On the Corolla, it was down on the ground and underneath the pen, so that was not an issue. But this, if a little bit of oil comes out, which it's going to, you just have to kind of spin it off quickly, and then, you know, have a rag ready to catch the oil. But it's not too much. So, and then wipe that down, and there's our oil filter. So now we need to see if the oil is done dripping. We can kind of just put this in that pan area, put that in there, get a rag so our nails aren't, it's not getting under our nails, and then finish cleaning off the connections and any seal, because there's a seal on that filter. And so, see, this is pretty easy, right? You don't need no stinking men. Sorry, men. We need you for other reasons. Perhaps washing dishes after dinner tonight. How much hate mail and how many hate comments are we going to get? We love you, though. Alright, so while that's finishing draining, we take the new filter out of the box. And we open... Oh, I don't know, it's just one from your local auto parts store, O'Reilly's, AutoZone, whoever. Pet Boys, got to give a shout out to Pet Boys. Tomas will be upset. So we open the filter, or open the oil, and we just are gonna put a little bit of oil around here, because unlike this filter, the filter on my Corolla, they did not do this to, and it was extremely hard to get off. So all you need to do is just rub a little bit on the rim. See, here we go again. Ooh, finesse, you're good at that. Alright, and then we put it back on. Oh, now, Brittany, nothing's been said about that. And okay, now, hear me, boys. The filters don't need to go on with a Gorilla Grip. It's hand tightened, and then a little bit more, that's it. It doesn't need to be wrenched on, because that makes it incredibly difficult for us girls to get off. Then we have to use a screwdriver. Y'all are nasty. Alright, so here we go. I live with a bunch of Bill. Should feel bad for me. Okay, so the oil underneath should be done draining now. And it is. So we don't see any more coming out of it. And then we just get the oil pan back out and get our nut here. Fight with the filter. Okay, so then we just go underneath and pop this puppy back in there and tighten it up, and then we'll be ready for the oil. Give me 30 seconds. If I get... Them bloopers are going to be great. Shut up.
Oh, I thought we were just uploading this as one thing.
Editing. Brittany's getting a kick. Don't forget to turn the ratchet back to the other way, so you can now tighten it. Immaturity, I tell ya. should be able to ratchet it now. There we go. And this doesn't need to be on extremely tight either. Just a little. And then wipe everything down so it's nice and clean. That's very clear. Now, I just want to double check and make sure that's on there. Now we'll go back up to the top, and she's ready to have oil poured in, which is the easy part. And knowing, but girls, this is really easy to do. It's not going to be much, and then you can make a deal with your man. Say, I'll change your oil if you buy this stuff, if you wash the dishes. And personally, I'd rather take less time to do this than stand over a sink. It's about 75%.
I'd rather use paper plates.
Or yes, if he's smart, he'll set up for paper plates. It's always an option. So there's about 80%. I'm going to pour a little bit more into this. We're going to let that drain out of the funnel for a second. Then we're going to put the lid back on, put the dipstick in, and see. Brittany, this is not elementary sex ed. This is how to change the oil in your car.
Our video is going to be flagged as inappropriate.
It will be. That's okay. We like to offend. Alright, so get that dipstick and shove her in there. Let it sit for just a second. And then we're going to check and see what levels we're at. This is a little bit dirty. I don't like using this dirty bag, but. And it does look like we're going to need a little bit more oil on the dipstick because it's not. We'll check it one more time. And yeah, it does need the rest of it. Alright, so now we got all that in there. We're going to let it sit for a second, let it get all down in the filter, and then we're going to turn the car on and then recheck the fluid level. And this literally, when you have this stuff, doesn't take much to do. What will we, 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So we will, and now the oil level should be fine.
If you plan on using one of these to hold up your hood, I would suggest being careful.
Little ghetto, but it works. All right?